Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Tooth Teacher Tuesday. I'm your host, Dr. Stephen Zahm, here in sunny Indianapolis. And um, before we dive into today's topic, I just want to mention something that I may have forgotten in last week's introductory video, which is to state that this web series is intended for the average person, not for anyone with any kind of dental background or training. If you're a dentist or another dental professional, this web series really isn't for you. I'm not going to be saying anything that you don't already know. So just wanted to put that little disclaimer out there. And with that being said, let's dive into today's topic, which is a question I get quite often, and that is, Dr. Zahm, is mouthwash a good substitute for brushing and flossing? And I've got a couple thoughts about that question, but the main answer is no. It is a great supplement, but it is no substitute. And so let's dive into what I mean by that. And I think the reason this question is coming up a lot lately is there is a certain mouthwash brand who shall remain nameless, uh, who's running commercials right now claiming that their mouthwash is just as, if not more, effective than flossing. And I can tell you that that is utter nonsense. That is not true at all. Again, I have nothing against mouthwash if it's used properly, but it is no substitute for good brushing and flossing. And so what do I mean when I say mouthwash is okay when used properly? So a couple aspects to that. First of all, mouthwash is not designed or intended to clean the teeth. It doesn't get any of the crud off your teeth the way brushing and flossing do. It basically just kills a tiny amount of bacteria, just enough to kind of freshen your breath, but it's not getting any crud off your teeth. Um, so that's one reason it's no substitute. Second thought with mouthwash is that you want to make sure, if you're going to use mouthwash, that's fine, but make sure you're using one that has fluoride in it. Just about any mouthwash brand makes several varieties of mouthwash. Usually one of those varieties will contain fluoride, the rest will not. And typically most brands, that particular variety is going to be the one that's in the purple bottle. Certainly double check the bottle to make sure it says it has fluoride in it. If it does not, though, it is not worth your time or your money to use it because it's not doing a whole lot for you. And so last thought as far as proper use of mouthwash is this, is most patients I talk to that are using mouthwash are not using it in the proper order. Now, what do I mean by that? So most patients are doing what most of us do. They brush, they floss, and then they finish off with some mouthwash to, give them that nice fresh feeling. The problem with that is that you're doing yourself a disservice. What do I mean by that? So even if you're using a mouthwash with fluoride in it, it does not have nearly the amount of fluoride as your toothpaste, assuming you're using a fluoride toothpaste, which you should be. If you're not, again, you're not doing yourself any favors. But the best comparison I can give you, and it's an appropriate comparison because it's kind of a rainy day here in Indianapolis, is using mouthwash after you brush and floss would be like taking your car through the car wash on a rainy day. You go through the car wash, your car is sparkling clean, and then you come out and the rain gets all over your nice clean car. And so your car's not dirty, but it's not as clean as it should be. Back to our tooth analogy here. If you brush with a fluoride toothpaste and then rinse with mouthwash, fluoride or non-fluoride, you're washing all that fluoride from the toothpaste off your teeth by using the mouthwash afterwards. And so my recommendation is, if you're going to use mouthwash, that's perfectly fine, but make sure that you this is the way I would use it. Take it for what it is. I would do your flossing first, rinse with your mouthwash to kind of wash out anything that you flossed out, and then brush your teeth. Make that the last step in your oral hygiene regimen. Because again, if you use the mouthwash afterwards, you're rinsing off all that good fluoride with either no fluoride mouthwash or a lesser amount of fluoride mouthwash. It doesn't matter what mouthwash you use, it's always going to have less fluoride than your toothpaste. So, to recap today's topic, is mouthwash a good substitute for good brushing and flossing? That is unequivocally no, but it can be a great aid as long as you properly incorporate it into your oral hygiene regimen by using it before you brush your teeth. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's Tooth Teacher Tuesday, and I look forward to hearing your questions. Please comment below, like this video, pass it on to anyone who may benefit from it, and I look forward to speaking with you next week on Tooth Teacher Tuesday. Have a great day, guys.